Namaste. Short and sweet reality check. Okay. Nithyananda followers, I've heard every one of your curses for the last, how many, 12, 13 years? All of the foul things you can come up with. Okay? I'm still here. So you can stop or continue to make yourselves look ineffective and foolish. Okay? Not only have I not died from an incurable illness, I don't have cancer. Okay? All of your death threats, I have not turned into ash by Kal Bhairav. Okay? So again, you continue to put this stuff out and say how all-powerful you are and how you have all this power, the power of Nithyananda, then what you're telling everybody, because I'm still here after 12, 13 years of speaking up and speaking out, that all your supposed powers are nothing, all hot air. Okay, the only one you're impressing is yourself. Okay, because you can't curse anything. The only curse you're getting is on yourself. Okay. And while you may be able to spin and delude people in the ashram, like I just told one person, and unfortunately they're still very brainwashed, that the Deccan Herald does not lie. The case is going forward. Nithyananda will have to go to court and face his accusers. This day is coming. Okay? And all of your illusion and delusion concerning it is not going to change that fact. You can create whatever fake story you want, just like his faked birth date, just like his faked hagiography, okay? Just like all the fake stuff that he's put out for years, and you buy hook, line, and sinker, okay? So continue to call me idiot, continue to call me fat, continue to call me bitch, continue to call me whatever the hell you want to call me, but it's not going to change the fact that you are following an absolute con man. Okay? That's not going to change. And again, all you're doing when you want to put all that nasty stuff out there is showing your own idiocy. Okay? Because, you know what? I walked the path for lifetimes. I had a Kundalini awakening at the age of 18 this lifetime, completed in 1999 at the age of 49. And I've been teaching for the last 17 years. I rest where he only wishes he were. In actual Advaita mind that's stilled, quiet. Okay? So, you know, all of your drama is not going to affect me. All I do, I get up in the morning, see all the nasty shit that you want to put out there, try to shit in my floor. Okay? You know what I do? Sweep them away, block you, say bye-bye, and continue on my way. And just continue to wait for that day when he actually cannot stall the courts, and that time is now coming. The Supreme Court has now said this last month, yes, I have it out online, read it for yourself. It's not on the Nithyananda Spin Ashram, okay, because they've lied about everything. Just like they lied and said he was found innocent in the U.S. No, he wasn't. There was a civil case which Nithyananda Ashram brought against R.T. Rao. She was in India, so she didn't show up, so they won a case by default of a civil case. Had nothing to do with this criminal action, okay? So you don't have your facts straight. You're not willing to look at facts ever. Like the fact that pretty soon you'll be celebrating his birthday in the next couple days. His birthday's not till March 13th. Have him show you his passport. Okay? Just saying. Okay? And when he was supposed to be up in the Himalayas, having all those deep, deep experiences, he was in an ashram. Okay? He never wandered there. He never had those experiences, except for in his delusional mind. Okay? He was never appointed as a guru. Oh, yes, somebody magically showed up in a dream and appointed me and gave me the name Nithyananda. Okay? He's fostering his dream, his delusion, his illusion, and you're buying it hook, line, and sinker. Okay? So now before you come to me and start giving me a ration of shit, again, yes, I actually did walk the path. Actually had Kundalini awakening. Actually had a guru that did appoint me to be a guru. I didn't have a magical thing in my mind. I woke up from a dream and said, oh, I'm going to be a guru. It wasn't something I looked for. It was something I was commissioned to do by my guru. And before you say that I'm just another, what is it they want to say? Oh, an internet troll. Because if I was a real guru, I'd be in an ashram running it. Well, no. Even when I lived in India, I wouldn't stay in the ashrams. Why? Because they're all political, money-making, money-grubbing businesses now. And the real, genuine spiritual adepts you will find on their own, okay, either up in the hills or somewhere else, but you won't find them in the local ashrams playing the spirituality game. Okay. Those of us that have actually been genuine spiritual adepts have walked a contemplative path alone. Okay? And genuine spiritual gurus are not teaching courses. They're not pandering to the popular crowd and mind spin. They're not changing the texts to make it palatable for little egos. And that's what Nithyananda does. Sannyas is whatever people's popular idea about it is now. Not celibacy. Oh, it's whatever. Oh, really? I see him take texts and twist and turn it so far away from what it's actually pointing to that it doesn't bear any kind of resemblance. Okay? Absolutely none. Ridiculous. Okay? So anyway, I'm going to close this out now, but just say, you're beating a dead horse. If you're smart, you'll do a little checking into his background. And you'll go back and read the actual newspaper reports, not the Nithyananda spin cycle, what they're putting on their website, because it's all bogus. Okay? They're lying through their teeth. And that should give you a clue right there as to what they're made of. They have not been honest in any of the reportings as to what is happening in that case. They're still making up fantasy stories surrounding it. He's been cleared. He's been found innocent. Like he said, no, I couldn't have had sex. I'm like an innocent 6 years old. It doesn't work. It won't function. And they made him do a potency test and it functioned quite well. Okay. Nonsense, 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 nonsense. And you buy it hook, line, and sinker. So who's the idiot? The one that actually checks? The one that's actually walked a path to completion, from start to completion, walked the path for more years than he's been on this earth, and knows the reality from the illusion and delusion? Okay? That knows what he's teaching? And the fantasy notion he has surrounding it? $13,000 and they get a freaking tin box with a big blob in it that they're going to sit there and look cross-eyed at and get some kind of powers from? Really? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Like one person said, this person's mother actually did the path correctly. Reads the Guru Gitas every day and does the meditation rather than chasing some guy that has to play dress up, sit on a Nandi statue and have a big freaking light show to try to convince you that he's got Shakti. Trust me, genuine gurus with real Shaktipat don't need to have light shows. They don't need to have a satsang where you have to come in and watch a video first of seeing them sitting as a child on a tiger skin, meditating, and then proclaiming, oh, Paramahamsa. Nonsense. 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 Okay. You want to know real deals? Read ones like Ramana Maharishi. See what Advaita is actually like. See what moksha is. See what liberation is. Because it's not what Nithyananda is saying. It's not being happy. If you're happy, you're liberated. He is so full of crap. He doesn't even know the first thing about it. What remains, what goes. He's feeding you a line of crap and putting you in group think. Okay? Now, I want to read to you what groupthink is. I think this is a good time to do that. Okay. Groupthink, symptoms of groupthink. Now I want you to sit with this. Those of you that are in Nithyananda's little ashram community, and see if this doesn't ring true. If you've got enough distance to be able to see anything objectively. Okay. Here are the symptoms of groupthink. What is groupthink? Groupthink is a term coined by social psychologist Irving Janis in 1972. It occurs when a group makes faulty decisions because group pressures lead to a deterioration of mental efficiency, reality testing, and moral judgment. Okay? Groups affected by groupthink ignore alternatives and tend to take irrational actions that dehumanize other groups. A group is especially vulnerable to groupthink when its members are similar in background, when the group is insulated from outside opinions, and when there are no clear rules for decision making. Here are the 8 symptoms of groupthink. Number 1, illusion of invulnerability. It creates excessive optimism that encourages taking extreme risks. Number 2, collective rationalization. Members discount warnings and do not reconsider their assumptions. Number 3, belief in inherent morality. Members believe in the rightness of their cause and therefore ignore the ethical or moral consequences of their decisions. Number 4, stereotyped views of outgroups. Negative views of enemy make effective responses to conflict seem unnecessary. Number 5, direct pressure on dissenters. Members are under pressure not to express arguments against any of the group views. Number 6, self-censorship. Doubts and deviations from the perceived group consensus are not expressed. Number 7, illusion of unanimity. I cannot speak today. Illusion of unanimity. The majority view and judgments are assumed to be unanimous. Number 8, self-appointed mind guards. Members protect the group and the leader from information that is problematic or contradictory to the group's cohesiveness, view, and or decisions. Hence, why Nithyananda spin cycle is so vigilant in creating a bogus storyline. Okay? And why his people come over here and they are so nasty. The ends justify the means, doesn't matter. Why they don't look, why nobody speaks out there, because if you speak out there, you will be ostracized. Okay? You're allowed to have only one view if you're in the Nithyananda camp, and that view is his view. That's it. Okay? Any kind of dissent. Any kind of dissent at all, and you'll be gone. Guaranteed. Okay? or when your usefulness is ended. Okay? If he's got no more use for you, he'll be gone. You run out of money, okay? You're put down for that. You're told to, I don't care, beg, borrow, steal, get the money, take the next course. Okay? Pressured to do it. Okay? Pressured to leave friends, pressured to leave family. They're the enemy. They're the enemy. Okay? Anybody that's going to show you, just like I posted the Deccan Herald, just like I posted the audio tapes. So I'm the enemy because I'm giving you information that hasn't been spun. Okay. So again, if you're there and you have any sort of objective thing, look at what groupthink is. Okay? Look at what it is. Made into a little herd of lemmings. Okay? That follow the leader blindly. 100%. No longer can think for yourselves. No longer can have any opinion other than his opinion. And what he continues to espouse and say over and over and over and over and over again. And this is the way he teaches. Says the same thing 10, 20 times in a row to brainwash you, to implant it. Makes you work where you get maybe a couple hours sleep, 2 hours sleep, 3 hours sleep. Yes, and I've actually heard one bragging that said, oh, I used to think I needed 8 hours sleep, but I found out I was a waste of time. I only need my 2 to 4 hours of sleep. It's a brainwashing technique, my dear. One that used to have some rationality and went from that to destroy her utterly. No matter what means, no matter what it takes, make sure you destroy her. This, okay, again, groupthink. Going right down the tubes. Any rationalities going right out the door. Okay? And this is sad. This is sad. Because not only is he conning you out of a lot of money, but he's also putting you in a box, telling you that enlightenment and realization and moksha and liberation is something that it's not, feeding you a bill of goods and making you accept something so much lower on the scale that you don't have any wisdom to understand the difference between genuine moksha liberation and what he is touting that it is. Okay? He's giving you the counterfeit of it. Selling you the counterfeit. Selling you oneness. Selling you cities. Selling you things that actually take place on a path way, 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 way before realization. When you're still a neophyte, these types of things can be experienced. Oneness, you know, that grand opening, heart-centered opening that happens in the beginning of a path before the hard lessons begin. Okay? That's not much to get somebody to that point. You haven't even begun to walk the path at that point. But of course, you're going to think you think you've attained. And then when you have somebody back there that's feeding your ego saying you've really attained, anybody that says and tries to give you the light of day and say you just begun, you're still a neophyte, you're not going to hear a word they say. You're going to call them a liar to your own detriment. Because now you've closed the door to going further. You closed the door to an actual spiritual path to liberation. You'd rather buy the counterfeit version that feeds the ego, and you can think that you're way so much further than you are. And I'm sorry, that's sad. Because genuine teachers are going to want to see people genuinely liberated, not fed a load of goods. Okay? Not fed a lot of groupthink. Okay? So I'm going to close this out now and say, again, you want to come here? Say whatever nasty thing you want to say. You're only defeating yourself. Okay? Because this being doesn't take any of that nonsense in. It's illusion. It's your illusion and delusion. Okay? It's not planting any kind of a seed here because I've awoken to the truth. And your spins and your lies and your drama and your curses and your foul mouth are only important to you. The only one that thinks they're fabulous and something of grand importance are you. Personally, I think it's pretty chicken shit. Okay? Yeah, I said that. Want to hear it again? Pretty chicken shit. That you're a big man behind the screen. Okay? And for those that say that I should go get a life and I need to go actually listen to Nithyananda, I'm telling you, what I'm telling you here, I've told him to his face. Mano y mano. Okay? I don't do the chicken shit thing of hide behind a screen. If I wouldn't say it to his face, I wouldn't say it here. And I have said it to his face. He knows it. He knows me. Okay? So if he was this great avatar, this great Kal Bhairav, I would have been ashes long ago, but I'm still here. Okay? Okay. Like I said, I've been to visit him. He tried to feed me a load of bullshit. Absolutely lie to my face. I know what he is. Okay? I've encountered him. Okay? Face to face. I know what he is. I've seen it in action. I've experienced it. 100%. Okay? I'm not just speaking from hypothetical things. Okay? I'm talking from experience. From over 40, 50 years plus of my journey in this lifetime and many other lifetimes. I remember many, many lifetimes before this that were all geared to the search to realization, which finally completed this lifetime. So don't think because I sit here and you see a Western face that I don't know. I got news. God is not owned by Indians. You don't have to have a brown face, and you don't have to sit there and play dress up. Okay? You get beyond that. When you have the genuine experience, you don't need to play that game. Okay? That's a game. Okay? You get real. Okay? So my sincere wish, if any of his people actually come and watch this, is that you do the research. Just don't accept everything point blank that they are saying about that man. Check it. Check it. Ones that have done the research. He's born March 13th, not January 1st. When he proclaims he was out in the Himalayas, having all these very deep experiences, which are now he's going to impart these things to you, it's bullshit. He wasn't there. He was in an ashram during those years. Check it out. You can find it out for yourself. Okay? He's lied about that. What else has he lied about? He's lied about so much, and he continues to lie. Yeah, he's charismatic. Con men are charismatic. That's what they trade on. Okay? Just like you have serial killers. Look at Ted Bundy. He was a good-looking guy. Charismatic. But those women are deader than hell, okay? Because they believed him. Please check the facts. Again, you can check Deccan Herald and you'll see that his court case is going forward. At least check that much out. Because his ashram spin site says, oh, no, he's been cleared. Well, he hasn't again. Last time I'm going to say this, he has not been cleared. That case is going forward. What type of a spiritual community that's genuine lies and makes up bogus stories? Okay? No genuine teacher and master would do that. You don't lie about your birth date because it looks better. You don't lie about your journey because it looks better. Okay? You're not commissioned in a dream, in your imagination. Most gurus have had a guru. When they get to a certain point of attainment, their guru checks that. Okay? When he's assured that they are actually in that state of attainment, it is they themselves that commission you to go forward. Okay? It's not something you self-decide. Trust me, no guru, No spiritual teacher of any worth has wanted to go out there and do that as an ego aggrandizement. Because what you get, like what I get continually, you have to fight. You have to put up with people like all of these nasty ones when you come and you want to give them the truth and you tell them the truth. They want to crucify you for it. So if you think that's fun, think again. But if you're a genuine spiritual teacher, you're not in it for name, you're not in it for fame, you're not in it to make money. Like you see, none of my videos have clicks where I'm making money off of it. I've never charged for any of my spiritual teachings. I'm not looking for a following. I could care less. Okay? But you make that commitment to the universe that what knowledge you have gotten in the many lifetimes of your journey, that you would give it back to humanity to aid them, so hopefully they don't have to go through the hardships that you went through on your journey. Okay, that's why we do it. That's why we do it, because we genuinely care about humanity. Not about a pocketbook. Not about getting a big name. None of that. None of that means anything. Okay? Namaste.